A good day to all you beautiful people in Webtown. Crypto Comics here. This video looks a lot better than the last video. We're getting the kinks ironed out as we prepare for the new season of Crypto Comics coming this September. I had to go down to the comic book shop and pick up some bags and boards. I had to go to a different comic shop today because my regular comic shop is out. You know, there's a shortage on bags and boards in the Pacific Northwest. But I found some, so I'm happy about that. And I found one of these too, a comic shop news. I talked about comic shop news once before here on Crypto Comics, and I was just blown away to see one. And they're on number 1762, and it's all about, obviously, the Sinister War with Spider-Man and his greatest foes. I thought maybe we could find out what's going on with comics this month in history. Way back in 1964, readers wondered how Spider-Man could possibly deal with an organized assault by a half dozen of his deadliest adversaries. Somehow, he emerged victorious from the events of Amazing Spider-Man Annual number 1, although it was quite an ordeal. Well, that was 6 villains. Now he's going to have to face 12 bad guys. Welcome to Sinister War, as Marvel describes it, exploding out of Nick Spencer's pulse-pounding run on Amazing Spider-Man. This all-new series pits Dr. Octopus's Sinister Six against Vulture's Savage Six in a war that puts all of New York City in the crossfire. These deadly groups of foes are out for blood, Spider-Mans, and each other's. With art by Mark Bagley, Sinister War will be the latest epic in Spencer's transformative work on the Spider-Man mythos, packed with even more surprising developments, including the grand return of Dr. Octopus. So yeah, this is actually pretty cool. This is something that might be a good place to jump on board again with comic books. I don't know anything about Nick Spencer or what's going on in Amazing Spider-Man, but and Ultimate Spider-Man, and are those the only ones they do now? Did they not do Spectacular and Web and regular? Just no Verb Spider-Man? I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, it's still going strong. We got all of the comics that. What would I read? This looks weird. Kind of interesting. Could be kind of odd, though. No. What is this one? This looks like it could be good. Is this Infinite Frontier? I'm going to guess. Infinite Frontier. Right here, ladies and gentlemen. That's the one I would maybe go for. Planet-Sized X-Men number 1. That's a good name. Planet-Sized X-Men number 1. There. See that? Isn't that nice? If you're watching Crypto Comics on a phone, it's just, it's not the same experience. Yeah, okay. Dan Slott, R.B. Silva. On his wedding day, Doom achieves the ultimate revenge. I just don't care. Though, I do have this run of Fantastic Four that I bought because the artwork looks so great, and I'm intrigued to get to that at some point in the future here on Crypto Comics as we make the big comeback. Spawn's Universe. Okay, great. Sure, some books. A Crow. Brandon Lee down here in the corner. Yep. Madman, still going. Wow. Wonder Woman Gold. I don't know. Never was into Wonder Woman. Sinister War. Okay, but you know, this is number 1762. 1762 they've made of comic shop news. Here I found this. This is number 281. This is when Doom 2099 was coming out. And I thought that would be fun to take a look back at. Darker Image in the spotlight. We've done Darker Image here on Crypto Comics. You can find that in the back issue bins. So far, Image Comics has become famous by producing ongoing series and limited series starring relatively mainstream superheroes and super teams. That's a pattern that Image is breaking in January with the release of Darker Image number 1, the premier issue of a new Image anthology book that will introduce a variety of new concepts, many of which will go on to star in their own series later on if fan response is strong enough. According to Image Comics, Darker Image is an anthology of gritty, treacherous, and violent stories from the underbelly of the Image universe. The first issue of Darker Image will introduce new heroes created by 2 Image founders, Jim Lee and Rob Liefeld, and an Image newcomer, Sam Keith. Bloodwolf, Liefeld's creation, is an interplanetary bounty hunter who considers no mission too dangerous if the pay is good enough. According to Image, Bloodwolf makes a fitting addition to Darker Image. He's violent, he's got a nasty sense of humor, and he doesn't appreciate cracks about his hair. If you love Lobo, you'll hate Bloodwolf. Deathblow, a killer who discovers he has a fatal illness, is Jim Lee's new darker image hero. Hoping to find peace and salvation in the seclusion of a monastery, he instead becomes involved in a murderous scheme that forces him to once again become a killer. Sam Keith's Image debut hero is the Max, a hero who is the underdog of the Image group. He's not the strongest or the smartest of the Image heroes, but he is definitely the toughest. The Max believes he's in the outback of Australia, fighting horrible monsters with the aid of a jungle girl. His companion believes him to be a mentally disturbed homeless man. The problem is, who's correct? The Max is written by William Mesner Loebs and illustrated by Sam Keith. Darker Image is a monthly full-color 24-page comic book priced at $2.50, but we know that it is not a monthly comic book because they only ever did the one. I do believe they owe us 2 more, at least. They should at least finish it off and make a trilogy. There's a few Image books that are owed to me. There's a Regulators number 4. Jim Valentino owes me a Regulators number 4. Rob Liefeld owes me some comics too, for sure. Never finished. But speaking of comics, let's keep going here. We've got Doomsday is coming, and we're not talking Superman here. This month is a first of sorts for Doctor Doom, but not exactly. Doom 2099, the third release in Marvel's 2099 line, marks the first time that Doctor Doom has starred in his own eponymous series, in this time or another. It's not the first time he has been the starring feature in a book, however. It was just over 20 years ago when Doctor Doom was the starring feature in Marvel's anthology title, Astonishing Tales. In that brief incarnation, Doom's solo exploits were illustrated by, among others, the late, great Wally Wood. Since all too few fans from 1970-71 are still collecting comics today, though Doom 2099 is, as far as today's readers are concerned, his first solo series. But is it the Doom of today? Well, it certainly seems that today's Doom is the same character as the Doom who appears in the 2099 series, but what seems apparent isn't always true, insofar as Doom is concerned. The Impact universe heats up at Crucible. Okay, yeah, we're not going to talk about that. ElfQuest, we're not going to talk about ElfQuest either. Ooh, there it is, Bram Stoker's Dracula, issue 4 of 4. Got Tales from the Green Hornet, a space western. Yeah, Hawkworld, Punisher 75 was coming out. We got Morbius number 6, Doom 2099 number 2, Spider-Man 31. Gambit. Vampire the Masquerade. There's a documentary about this and the murder that took place that you should check out. I can't remember what it's called at the moment, but just Vampire the Masquerade documentary. Guaranteed to interest you. Who will die? I hope it's a Silver Surfer because I never liked him. Oh, Robin 3000. We are going to get into Robin 3000 here on Crypto Comics. I think you're going to find that to be rather interesting. That's something suitable for batter days here on Crypto Comics. Get it? Batter days? Huh, X-Mutants number 1. There it is. We've reviewed it on Crypto Comics. Check it out. It's if you're looking to write a comic book, this will show you how. There are new ways of looking at the universe. Starface, Starbeast, whatever. I don't know what that even is. Star Trek Dead of Honor trade paperback coming soon. Captain Cook. Okay, so yeah, Doom 2099. We have reviewed this one here on Crypto Comics, but we actually have some more 2099 books coming up in the new season of Crypto Comics. Yeah, for sure. We've got Hulk 2099 right around the corner. Oh, Ghost Rider 2099. I'm looking forward to that one. What about this, though? Do you know about this? This is Wildcats X-Men, the Silver Age. There's some different one-shots involving the X-Men and Wildcats throughout time, and these came out after my time. They probably came out after your time, too, or maybe before your time. But we'll get to them in time, so stay tuned. Kid Supreme, 3-issue miniseries, coming up. Stupid. How about this? Do you know about this one? Yeah, we're going to get into that, too. A little bit of comedy. Oh, a little bit of Risey Lee's favorite, Darkhawk. That's issue number 1. I paid a pretty penny for this one, just so I could review it for my agent, Risey Lee, who loves Darkhawk. The Max, 1/2. This is a gift from Richard. It's a gift from Richard. He's going to take it back at some point, but he gave this to me before COVID, and now we're finally done with the COVID. So here we go. We're going to do it again. Sabretooth, this miniseries, we did touch on this. We're going to go through the rest of the miniseries. We are not going to go through the rest of the Deadpool miniseries that came out at the same time. This was much more interesting with the amazing art by Mark Tex-Mexia. Snicked. This is a 5-issue miniseries we're going to go through. I have no idea what it's about. I'm just absolutely intrigued by the cover art, and all the covers are equally as intriguing. So we will be covering that here on Crypto Comics. Oh, the birth of a dark covenant. The origin of Mr. Sinister begins here in the further adventures of Cyclops and Phoenix. Now, if you have not been paying attention, if you are not one of my loyal Kryptonites who's been with me for years now, you don't know, but we've actually covered the adventures of Cyclops and Phoenix and how they raised a young Cable in the distant future. And you can check that out in the Origin of Cable's series here on Crypto Comics, in the back issue bins, in the playlists. Let's keep going. What? The origin of Shatterstar? That's right, my people. We're going to go through it. We're going to deep dive on the X-Men. What? Did you even know that this happened? This did happen. We're going to get into it. 3 issues. A very intense study on Wolverine and the Punisher. Coming up at Crypto University. Ghost Rider and Cable. This is Sam Keith right here. No doubt about it. This is Sam Keith. And this is going to be a real treat, I think. I'm excited to read it myself. So I'm even more excited to share it with you if it doesn't suck. And how could it suck? Look at that artwork. It's unbelievable, baby! Union. I know a lot of people have wanted this. There's some people out there who are big Union fans from Image Comics. This is issue number 0. I have issue number 1. We're going to get into this a little bit too. We're going to get into a lot here on Crypto Comics in the new season, beginning this September, including the Kindred. You might see both of these pop up next year during Image Comics Appreciation Month. That's going to be a big event here on Crypto Comics coming up when we return. Uh-oh, what? Yeah, oh yeah, we got to have some Top Cow in there too. You got to have some Top Cow. Do you have to have some Archer and Armstrong? Well, when you find issue 1 for $3, you do. So we're going to get into this Archer and Armstrong issue number 1. And I love it. Oh, look at this. Now, we did the X-Men, the movie prequel comic book that was handed out at the premiere at the local cinema. And I've kept it. I've kept it all these years from when the first X-Men movie came out. And guess what? They did a bunch of these. They have a prequel for Rogue. They have a prequel for Wolverine, for Magneto. And then there's just another general X-Men prequel. So they made 5 different prequel books to set up the movie. And it's going to be really fascinating to go through all of those with you beautiful people in Webtown. And we're going to do all of that. It's just starting this September. And we're going to keep going and going. And it's not going to stop. I'm not going to take a break. We're going to keep going in January. I used to like to take a break in January because then I'd have a month off and I could kind of rejuvenate and get ready to go again. No, we're not going to do it. Not this time, my people. Not this time. We're going to deep dive. We're going all the way until we can't stop. All the way. 3 long boxes full of comics for me to share with you, beautiful people in Webtown. So if you like it, I suggest you subscribe. I suggest you hit that ding dong for notifications. Hit that thumbs up if you want to. I appreciate that. And if you really want to treat your boy Crypto right, share one of the videos you love with your friends and help me grow this beautiful channel. I appreciate each and every one of you beautiful people in Webtown. And we're just getting started here at Crypto Comics. I'll see you this September.